Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pairfect, the ultimate lifestyle show celebrating visionaries shaping our world. I'm Dinah Ventura.
And I'm Fernando. Today we're diving into the world of design, culture, and innovation, where heritage meets modern craftsmanship and collaboration drives impact from the runway to the research lab.
Our guests today represent three powerhouses championing Filipino creativity and sustainable fashion. From government-led trade missions to textile innovation and fashion-forward advocacy, they are shaping the fabric of our identity, literally and figuratively.
Please welcome the Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist of CITEM, Danielle Purzuelo. I'm sorry. Senior Science Research Specialist from PTRI, Zailla Payag.
Hello.
And founding member and Philippine Fashion Coalition, Aquino.
Hello.
D.
No naman.
Welcome to Pairfect.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Maganda ang topic natin this afternoon.
Dami pwedeng pag-usapan.
Yes. So,
Let's start? Okay. For Danielle, CITEM plays such a vital role in bringing Philippine products and talent to the global stage. Can you walk us through the mission behind CITEM and your role in shaping that vision?
All right. Hi. Wow.
Hi.
That's a
Ganda ng
question
question.
agad. No?
agad-agad, di ba?
Agad-agad.
Agad-agad.
Basta malalaman ng viewers natin exactly why you
Yes.
three are together this
Oo.
afternoon.
What's the good news?
But let's start with each of you first.
Yes. Okay, so CITEM, or the Center for International Trade Expositions and Missions, is the export promotion arm of the Department of Trade and Industry. So we are basically mandated to create different export promotions projects for the different creative goods of the country. So one of these, of course, is the current project right now, which was introduced to us by our very amazing partners, especially the leaders in the fashion industry, which is the Philippine Fashion Coalition.
PFC.
Yes.
Okay. So, but before we get to PFC, let's go to PTRI. So it's been leading the charge in textile innovation,
Yes.
right? So how is PTRI modernizing traditional materials while keeping Filipino heritage alive?
So we are the Philippine Textile Research Institute, and we are one of the 7 research and development institute of DOST. So we're focusing on textiles.
Okay.
So anything researches related to textiles, we're
Kayo
there.
yun.
Okay, kami yun. So we're offering these new materials to our all stakeholders, from farmers to weavers to manufacturers along the value chain of textiles.
Okay. So I didn't even know that we had such a
Ay, wow.
body focused on textile alone, di ba?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to somehow let the entire population know that, these are the things that are being done.
Yes, great. It's great news, di ba?
Yes. For Jackie, syempre may tanong din tayo sa kanya. Pagdating naman sa sustainability and innovation, and as a founding member of the Philippine Fashion Coalition, how are you helping unite the fashion industry?
Well, okay, just to give you a background, the Philippine Fashion Coalition was a coalition that was established during the pandemic because we realized that the groups that represented fashion were so many, but apparently there was a need to create one. So what we did is a group of creatives from different fields, from different sectors. You have design, you have textile, you have education. We all came together and decided to be the business support organization of fashion that represents our sector to both private and public.
But why was there a need to come up with something like that? Just because you saw that there were so many
Yes,
stakeholders.
and it's easier, put it this way, at the end of the day, it will be easier for both private and public sectors to talk to just one person.
Tama. So you mean to say before the pandemic, talagang kanya-kanya?
And sadly, that was the
case.
situation. It really you will realize the gravity of what the industry needs, and you'll have to do it one step at a time. It's already common knowledge that the Filipino is really creative.
Yes.
So what you need to do now is create avenues for them to ensure that you realize that fashion is a business.
Right. Which leads us to your ano man tawag? Collaboration.
Yes.
So
Yes.
can you
So
Tell us the good news.
yeah.
yeah, so we are the Philippine Fashion Coalition, of course, with the support of our government partners. Of course, we have CITEM and PTRI. We came up with a project in cooperation this time with Fondazione Susani in Milan and Lit Fashion Consultancy to come up with Fashion Philippines. It's a mentorship program
Nice.
that will happen in Milan during Milan Fashion
Ang
Week.
galing.
This is a first.
Yes.
Okay, so give us like the background on how it came about. Why a mentorship program? Why
Okay.
not something else?
It makes sense. When I approached CITEM with the project, it was for a trade exhibition first. But we saw, when they saw the list of our jury members, which Danny will talk in a while, they realized there should be mentoring along the way, because this is now an avenue for any Filipino brand or designer, may you be an apparel, bag, shoe, or accessory designer, to go to Milan and learn from the best. If you want to go global, this is now your opportunity to find out from the experts in their respective fields.
Wow.
In Europe, so you have people from fashion, from social media, from showroom, buyers, and all that, a stylist and a young designer. So they will now give you an insight on what needs to be done for you to be able to be competitive in the global market.
So like who can go? Who can join?
It's open to anyone, but you have to be, number one, Filipino. Your products should be produced here in the Philippines.
Okay.
At least you should be practicing. Of course, dapat you're legitimate. Pero,
Should have a collection.
yes, you have presented a collection in the past.
Okay.
So you know, somebody who knows what they're doing already. So we're now just giving you an opportunity to maybe broaden your market.
Yes.
And you'd
Yun
be
din,
surprised.
That's it, eh. Oo, diba? So you're taking it to a whole new level talaga for them.
It's groundbreaking. So when I presented that to CITEM, I was, sabi ko, wow. On my first presentation, they said yes.
Oh.
Ang galing.
Our fairy godmother.
Let's hear it from Saiten naman.
Oo, so pwede din sa site naman tayo. Yung Manila Fame, di ba? Nag-spotlight tayo ng maraming local brands. How do you create and support emerging designers and exporters?
Yes. So definitely through this different signature events namin like Manila Fame, and we also do overseas trade fairs outside of the country. We really want to develop the current talents that we have right now. And not just kung ano yung meron tayo ngayon, but we also want to inspire the next generation of designers to also continuously develop themselves, create better and innovative products. No? So that's one of the things that we wanted them to learn, especially with this project, because Fashion Philippines is a collective brand established by CITEM.
So that's
right
our brand.
now, yes.
It's Fashion Philippines.
So it's really a collective. Whenever we go outside of the country to create different overseas projects, we use the collective brand of Fashion Philippines. And this is the first time ever for us, of course, because it's not just selling or trading products. So it's not just exporting products outside of the country, but it's really developing new and upcoming na designers that's going to establish the fashion industry. Correct.
Diba? Ang dami na kasi, we have so many talents, and I'm glad that something like this is going to give them some direction towards the right direction.
Yes.
Yes, that's the ultimate goal.
And we're very happy that PFC is really leading this this initiative.
Yes.
There's someone leading the industry talaga.
The actual author, you'd be surprised. Lit Fashion Consultancy is represented by, she's Filipina. She was a top model in the 80s. Her name is Teta Ortiz.
Yes, we all know
Yeah,
who
so-
she is. So,
So
what
she
was her idea?
with Sarah Maino. They've always wanted. Sarah Maino kasi discovered really good Filipino designers way back. And she has always wanted, sabi niya, my God, the Philippines, there's treasure of designers. And she has always wanted to support.
Galing naman.
So we finally realized, to me, I believe everything is providential and destined at a specific time.
Yes.
So when I finally found out the best way to move this forward, and then I presented to
Government.
government it was a perfect New Year's gift.
Oh.
At the end of the year, last year. And then, yes, so, and then, ayun, we started the year right.
I just want to say, Jeff, before we go to the textile part of it, na ang galing ng kinukwento mo kasi parang for me, it's really a light at the end of the tunnel. Kasi parang for a very long time, parang yung fashion industry natin, umuusad lang siya. And it's all, there's so many things happening here, dito sa atin, but it's not being taken outside of our, di ba, our
The
realm.
circle.
Oh,
So, and it's nice.
personally, like me last year, parang bumababa lang ko, ano ka gawin ko? But, things happen for a reason, always.
Yeah,
So, and then,
parang na-lead ka to.
yes,
to,
it happens at the right time, and it happens with the right people. So,
I know. So, yun, yung
Okay.
sa, ano naman,
Jackie,
textile.
sundot lang muna ako sa mentorship. Ilan ang hinahanap natin? And halimbawang nag-qualify ako, is this all for free? Nasasagutin ba ng program?
Okay.
Oo, ng government?
So we're looking for hopefully 15 maximum.
15.
10 to 15 is
Okay.
what we're looking for. So all they need to do is apply.
Okay.
And if you meet the requirements, it's not up to us. We will send all your documents with all the requirements that we've asked you, like your passport details, how long you've been in the industry, your line sheet, which is very important, your brand story, all of that. And of course, your IPO registration. We'll send it now for selection to the European jury. Unfortunately, it's if you qualify, you will for now you will have to spend for your trip. You'll just like any business, you'll have to invest on yourself as well.
Oh, yes. Oo nga.
Kumbaga
Importante.
mag-aaral sila doon, di ba?
Yeah, they will learn from
Oo.
the expert. So that's part already of your. You see, fashion has changed. Now designers invest on themselves, which is very important. Unlike before, during my time, we were very spoiled. So, but now, iba na. It's really a business. So that's what we are also hoping to train the young generation. You have to look at your industry as a business. Hindi siya, it's not, yes, it's glamorous, but it's a lot of work.
Oh, I can see that. Oh my goodness, just to get in pala. Ang dami-dami mong kailangan gawin, ano? You have to have established yourself. You have to have the, ano,
I-push mo yung sarili mo.
Substance,
Yes, and you need to have a story.
oh my gosh.
Diba? Joke nga namin is, the better your Cinderella story is, the better for you.
Oh, ang interesting. So, we'll talk more about that after a short break.
And this break is brought to you by Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Union Bank, it starts with you.
Usapang OFW is the show that honors the journeys of our modern-day heroes, our OFWs. Join Chingmi Fernandez, John Dodson, and Rafi Ayang every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. to hear the real stories behind the sacrifices. Watch it live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Want to hear from thought leaders shaping our world? Straight Talk with Chito Lazada and Ted Montelibano dives into leadership, politics, and business every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch conversation live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Ready for the hot takes of today's biggest issues? Hot Patatas with Vernon Velasquez and Carl Magadia delivers the news that matters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Tune in live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok, where the real talk happens.
Welcome back to Pairfect. We're still here with big names in fashion.
Yes,
The
and
fashion
at
industry.
ang kanilang big project.
Oo.
Di ba? Ang next question natin is for Zailla. We hear a lot about our local fabrics like piña, abaka, making a comeback, di ba? What breakthroughs you have seen at PTRI in terms of eco-friendly or tech-enhanced textiles?
Okay. Kaya po kasama ako sa partnership na to because we're bringing in the technology and innovations po as a DOST-PTRI. So yes, there are lots of new developments on the textiles, especially yung piña and abaca. So we have a patented technology wherein we were able to convert pineapple leaf fiber into cottonized pineapple. Cottonized pineapple that can be blend or spin into yarns and make it into fabrics. So not only pineapple, we have abaca, bamboo, and other new natural textile materials. So na-mention po ni Direct Jackie kanina na these materials, especially the pineapple and the pineapple blended with polyester, are commercially available. So it's ready for use by our designers. So they can
Ang galing.
invent, they can play around with the material and add anything they want to the material for
I have
their
a question lang.
showcase.
So you come up with these innovations, right? How do you make, how is production? And paano yun? Like, how does it get to the designer? I mean, can you meet the demand if ever, man?
Yes, so the commercially available are readily like you can buy it in bulk. So it's commercial scale.
Commercial scale.
Yeah, but it's power loom. So it's not the hand woven.
Oh, these are the
like
commercial.
this.
For commercial, ano na.
So like for example this one. So these
itong
are
part na to. Okay.
this is abaca pineapple. Abaca cotton and abaca pineapple.
Ang galing naman.
And the funny part is, not a lot of people know that it's available.
Yes.
So this is one way. They just came from Hong Kong, where they went to. There was a trade show there. The designers that PFC brought, nagulat sila, available na pala ito. So now that's why this project is also important, because it will tell everyone that we have fabrics available
I
here.
know, parang the common perception is that we don't have.
Yes.
Na parang it's very limited and everything is so expensive because of that limitation.
Out
Parang
if you
ganun.
find out, it's very competitive. So there are 2 manufacturers who are doing it now. So hopefully, with everybody now doing it, we can get back manufacturing back into the equation. So the
Nice.
textile industry becomes a vibrant industry
Oo, that's
all
another
over
thing.
again.
Yeah.
I hope our government is listening.
Yes.
They are listening.
Yeah, great.
And they're working with us,
Okay.
which to me is the best part of it.
Yes. Ang galing, no? Finally, that there's this.
No, they always have been. It's just you have to find a way on. The misconception on a lot of people is you think you can't, but there's always a common ground. There's a common language you both can speak.
Yes.
If you're working towards a specific goal, it will happen.
Oh, speaking of, diba? Like, because you've been in the industry for a long time, so
Yes. May question naman ako for Jackie. Okay, we produce some of the most iconic fashion events in the country. What have been the biggest shifts in the Philippine fashion landscape, especially post-pandemic?
Now it's, as I've said earlier, in my time, designers were of a different mold. Now design is very competitive. It's really a business all its own. So first you need to know how to invest in yourself. You need to know your specific market. That's very important. If you want to go global, you have to learn the global market, and this mentorship is the perfect way for you to find out how to penetrate the European market specifically, because we have a market there for sure. It's already established that the Filipino designer is really good. What we learned also, which is another development, is design can now be a service we can offer. Diba? Kung may nurses, kung may caregivers, we have good designers.
okay. Oh, nga, no? That's
Kaya
another
natin
thing.
provide yun.
Yes.
Yes.
And, speaking also of developing the market, CITEM has been very active in that role.
Yes.
And so the question now is like, how do you balance the promotion of traditional Filipino crafts with the market demands for modern aesthetics in the global exports.
In the global exports. Actually, we always think that there's always demand for anything. So there's always market for any product.
Okay.
No, you just have to look for it.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that this was the objective of the whole project. We're looking for the right market, for the right product, and for the right designers. And that's what we're trying to meet here. No? For traditional crafts, there's always has been, especially now, no, sobrang daming brands who are looking for something that is very sincere, very authentic.
Ayun,
No?
I think that's
So I
the
think
right
that's one
word,
of
no?
the things that they're looking for. Filipino authentic designs and different
Yeah.
culture, different
But
crafts.
it's very Filipino. So that's where we can protect our indigenous fibers because we use that. And no matter what you do,
And
I'm
designs.
sure the designers that will come to this program, may they be apparel or shoes or just accessories, for sure part of their collection will still be indigenous fibers.
Yes.
And commercial fibers. They will have to mix both so that you get to also educate the world market. You know, our fabrics are not they're a bit more expensive because they're hand woven.
Yes.
They're handmade in the Philippines with love and care.
Yeah.
O, di ba?
Talaga important to communicate all these things to both the market and also us, yung ordinary Filipinos. It's so nice to know that, something like this is happening.
I agree with you kasi pati ako, sabi ko, oh my God, hindi ko alam yun. Oh my God, there are so many things I learned.
Diba? Ang
And-
galing, ang galing. Oo.
Okay. For Zailla naman. Okay. Can you tell us about a recent project or collaboration that truly excited you, one that blends science, sustainability, and style?
Okay, I think this collaboration, the Milan initiative, what's exciting about because CITEM would bring will bring it the promotion side, then design sila direct jacket, and we are bringing in the technology, the innovation, which is under the Textile Academy program of PTRI. So it's a platform for knowledge exchange. Excited kami for the mentorship with Milan mentors na will allow our new designers, upcoming designers, and batikan na designers to learn more to improve their craft. So we're excited about it.
Yun.
And bring our fabrics to the world stage
Yes.
using their design talent, di ba?
Tama.
Galing.
And hopefully, the dream parties get investment for textile manufacturing. Maybe in the next,
Yeah.
Yeah.
libre managinip, remember?
Oh,
Yes.
dream on dream.
Yes.
So, Jackie, since you're like in the thick of all this, di ba, planning and having come up with this idea together with your team, what are you looking forward to? Like, what do you think would make this whole production a success? in
Well,
your
of course,
eyes?
at the end of the day, if you get orders, but you have to remember, doing trade shows, you have to give it at least 3 years to gain. The first year gives you the visibility.
Okay.
So branding is very important. The second year makes them realize, seryoso ito mga ito, bumalik sila. Ganon. The third year, that's when they realize, ay talagang they're here to stay. So normally,
3
you're
years.
very lucky if you get any order on your first year.
Okay.
That's always a given. That bonus yon. But normally on the second and third year, that's when it comes in.
Yes, that's when you sort of.
Also, there are 2 ways now to look at it. We are looking at boutique scale, quantity, that means it's mas mababa ng konti as compared to commercial. So we're attacking it in 2 ways. But the most important is we get to brand Fashion Philippines correctly, and eventually, syempre, ang importante is get order.
Yes. Yes. May sundot pa akong tanong sa'yo, kay Direk Jackie. Halimbawa, isa ako sa mapipili sa mentorship. Ano ang dapat kong i-expect?
Well, your design DNA should be very you. That's very important. Knowing the jury the composition of the jury. Important sa kanila is your brand story, of course. Other than your brand DNA, your brand aesthetic, your design, it all boils down to that. And the practical side of it, your pricing. Dapat di ka nananaginip sa pricing. That's one of the things I hope they learn, because there is a formula to do that correctly for the international market.
Lots of consideration
Yes.
pala to.
Yes, because that's important yun, hindi yung, di ba?
Join lang ako.
O, tas, may pangalan na ako, isang damit ko
Yeah.
yung pinakamahal.
Oo.
That's not.
That's not the way it works.
If you want to do it on a let's say you want to get into big stores, it doesn't. But if you want to become a couture house, then that's different. But of course, our thrust is to be able. We have to do it first on the commercial side of it.
But pala, we forgot to ask, we've been mentioning mentorship.
Yes.
Who will be the mentors that people can look
Right.
forward to?
So the mentors will be the whole mentorship program will be led by Sarah Maino. So Sarah is actually one of the leading fashion industry in Milan. No, she's one of the committee right now in the Milan Fashion Week, and she's also the creative director for Fondazione Susani, which is one of the iconic cultural and artistic venues in Milan. And also, she's also previously the editor-in-chief in Vogue Italia, as well
No,
as the founder of
the
Vogue Talent.
deputy editor-in-chief of
Deputy
Vogue Italia.
Vogue Italia. So she's mainly the one leading the whole mentorship program in the Milan side. Among her mentors are also Riccardo Grassi. He is the founder of Studio Zeta. And Studio Zeta is actually, they launched a lot of brands.
It's a big showroom.
Yes.
So if he carries your brand,
Like
para ba-
Neil
You're almost
Beret.
there na. Okay.
We also have Ricardo Terzo. He's a stylist, as well as the one also of the writers for Condé Nast. No? So Condé Nast is the owner of Vogue,
Magazine
GQ,
group.
yes, Vanity Fair. Who else? Silvia Berrucci.
who is with Le Bon Marché, Boysenas,
Bertucci is with the
Gaudenzi.
no, with the Fondazione Susani, Cultural
Yes,
Affairs.
she works with
The cultural
Sarah
programs,
Yes.
yes. And Niccolo Pasqualetti.
Pasqualetti. He is a young designer in Milan who was a winner of the LVMH prize
Yes.
for design.
One of the highest
It's a prestigious
prestigious
design
design
competition.
competition.
Ganda pala ng ano, no?
Mabigat.
True.
Pati yung ako, and then you have Helena Boysenas who
Yes, we also have buyers from
Le Bon
Le Bon
Marché.
Marché, Gaudenzi Boutique.
Ang dami mong
So,
matututunan.
these are really the fashion ecosystem in Milan.
Parang complete na yung ano.
Level
Yes.
up talaga yung magiging ano.
from social media. And of course, don't forget, there's Rael Tuviera, who is a Filipino, Syrian, Lebanese blogger based in Barcelona.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have social media, you have retail,
Yeah.
you have showroom, you have
Design.
you have design, you have a stylist, and then of course you have a visionary like Sarah Maino, who is currently the ambassador for Milan Fashion Week.
Oh,
Yes.
ang galing.
Heavyweight.
Oh, so sana.
So you were asking earlier what can they look forward to, no? So it's going to be a 2-tier mentorship program. So from as what was mentioned earlier, it's branding, and then you'll have visual merchandising, collection development. So it's really the whole ecosystem.
shebang.
Oh, dito pa lang,
Yes.
the mentorship here starts in making sure that they have the correct documents, that their pricing for their line sheets are correct.
Before anything
For
else.
anything else,
Oo,
yeah.
parang at least para pag pinadala namin sa Milan, hindi kami mapapahiya.
They are ready. Export ready sila. And then they're going to do an exhibition during the Milan Fashion Week, in line with the Milan
That
Fashion
would be
Week.
the finale. Right?
Yes.
So September 23 to 25 would be the exhibition in Fondazione Susani in Milan.
Okay. For the interested na applicants, kailan may deadline ba?
Yeah.
Yes, June 13 is
June
our
13.
Malapit na.
deadline. Yeah, malapit na yon.
So they should apply through our website.
Yes. The website of CITEM. or the
Are we going to
event.
show it here?
Ayan.
Yeah, we can just put
Oh,
that.
Yes.
Yes,
Alright.
website of CITEM, of Manila Fame.
Ayun.
Yeah, there's a web portal that they can go to wherein everything will be explained to them.
Okay, great.
And I encourage everyone who is a designer to join the program. It's a groundbreaking initiative, once in a lifetime experience. I myself, I'm very excited.
Ganda.
We're very happy that this is happening. It sounds like a
Yes.
really important
Yes, and with
event.
your support. That what I'm saying. That's nice about the fashion ecosystem, when everybody supports everybody for a
Yes.
common goal.
Yeah,
It happens.
yes, I agree.
And sigurado maraming mag-a-apply sa inyo.
Oo.
Marami na maghahanap
I
ng mga
hope so.
papers nila, ng mga requirements, di ba?
Magre-review ng branding nila.
Oo.
Anyway, so, well, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Very enlightening
For
conversation.
this platform,
And I hope
yeah.
our readers got a lot from everything that you've said. Actually, ang ganda i-pursue each of your, ano. So anyway, but for now, syempre, we have to say our goodbyes for now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
before we end, maybe each one of you can say parang what's up next for you guys.
Well, I hope this
year.
continues. There are many things you can do about. You have to remember, fashion is part of a civilization and a culture.
Yes.
Your look is defined by how you look and what you wear. So fashion should always be in that equation. And just wish us luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
For me, probably can I invite them for Manila Fame
Yes.
as well?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
please.
so inviting everyone for Manila Fame. It's the premier international trade show no, for design, fashion, home, and lifestyle, beauty and wellness as well. So we have great and bigger exhibitors this year. It's going to be on October 16 to 18 at the World Trade Center.
Ayan.
Now that you mentioned that, we'll also replicate the exhibition in Milan in Manila Fame.
Nice.
So
So,
one-
makikita natin.
You
Mararamdaman
can
mo
visit,
doon.
yes, at
Okay.
Manila
Okay.
Fame.
Nice.
So for DOST PTRI, we are always here to support initiatives from the creative industry. So we're supporting them in terms of the knowledge exchange and the technology that we have, that we can also support the designers, our weavers, and the whole ecosystem.
Ayun.
Beautiful. So
Ganda.
that was very inspiring. Thank you again. It's clear that when science, creativity, and advocacy come together, the results are not only beautiful, they are powerful.
Thank you so much to our guests, Danielle, Zailla, and Jackie, for the incredible work you do in championing design and innovation.
And thank you to our viewers for joining us on Pairfect, where vision meets passion and purpose. This has been Dinah Ventura.
And I'm Jeff Fernando. We'll see you again next time for more stories that shape our lifestyle and our future. Bye for now.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po muli ang inyong Manong Joe para sagutin ang inyong mga katanungan. Ito ay isang napapanahong tanong mula kay netizen Alan. Manong Joe, magkano po ang plano ninyong itaas per kilowatt hour ngayong summer? Alan, alam mo, iba-iba ang rate per kilowatt hour kada buwan. Depende sa galawan ng pass-through charges gaya ng generation na pinakamalaking bahagi ng portion ng bill, transmission at iba pang charges. Pero lilinawin ko ha, bakit nga ba tumataas ang presyo ng kuryente tuwing summer months? Narito ang maiksing paliwanag. Base sa data ng Meralco, tuwing dry season na typical mula buwan ng Marso hanggang Hunyo, pataas ang electricity bill ng mula 20 hanggang 33%. Ang tawag natin yan ay seasonality of consumption. Mayroong dalawang factors ang seasonality of consumption. Una, mas mataas ang konsumo natin ng kuryente sa init ng panahon, lalo na sa paggamit ng tinatawag na cooling devices. Nariyan ang aircon, electric fan, refrigerator, na halos sabay-sabay natin itong ginagamit. Mas maraming ginagamit na appliances, mas mahabang oras ang paggamit natin, mas maraming kilowatt hour ang nakakonsumo kaya mas mataas ang bill. Pangalawa, dahil sabay-sabay ang pagtaas ng konsumo, ang tendency ay tumataas din yung tinatawag na demand sa kuryente. Dahil dito, mas nagiging challenged ang supply at tumataas ang presyuhan sa wholesale electricity spot market o WESM. Ang resulta, mas mataas na electricity rate, hindi lang ng Meralco kundi pati ng ibang distribution utilities at electric co-ops sa buong bansa. Ito ang dahilan kaya tuwing dry season o tag-init, asahan na natin talagang tataas ang electricity bill. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, patuloy po kaming nagbibigay ng impormasyon at tipid tips para makatulong sa inyo. Hanggang sa susunod, ito po si Manong Joe, naway na ipaliwanag ko kahit papano bakit tumataas ang bills tuwing panahon ng tag-init. Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po uli ang inyong lingkod. Ako po si Manong Joe para sagutin ang inyong mga katanungan. May tanong si netizen Menandro Rodriguez tungkol sa rates ng Meralco ngayong buwan ng Mayo. Hindi ba usually tumataas ang rate kapag summer? Bakit ngayon bumaba? Anya? Kapag dry season na pumapatak sa mga buwan ng Marso hanggang Mayo, malaki ang posibilidad na tumaas ang bill dahil sa seasonality of consumption. Pero ngayong buwan ng Mayo, bumaba ng halos 75 centavos per kilowatt hour ang singil sa kuryente. Ibig sabihin, ang pamilyang kumukonsumo ng 200 kilowatt hours kada buwan hanggang 500 kilowatt hours kada buwan ay makakatipid ng mula 150 hanggang 375 pesos sa kanilang bill. Dalawa ang dahilan ng bawas singil ngayong buwan. Una, dahil sa mas mababang generation charge dahil sa bawas singil mula sa wholesale electricity spot market o WESM at independent power producers. Pangalawa, bumaba rin ang transmission charge na binabayad sa National Grid Corporation dahil naman sa decrease sa ancillary charges. Sana ay naliwanagan kayo sa explanation na ito kung bakit bumaba ang singil sa kuryente ngayong Mayo. Para sa iba pang katanungan, Ask Manong Joe lang hanggang sa muli.